You know, every single thought you have, every little move you make, it's all powered by this invisible, super fast relay race happening inside your body. So today, we're going to follow the journey of just one of these nerve signals. It's a process that happens trillions of times a second, and it's what makes, well, you. Let's dive right in.
I mean, it really does feel like magic, doesn't it? A thought just pops into your head, you decide to move your hand, and bam, it happens instantly. But it's not magic, of course. It's this incredibly fast and precise biological process. So the big question is, how on earth does our body send these messages so fast we can't even wrap our heads around it? Okay, so every great journey has to have a beginning, right? For a nerve signal, it all kicks off with a single spark. This could be a trigger from the world around you, or even just a thought bubbling up from inside your own mind.
So here's the key thing to understand. Pretty much everything is information. I'm talking about the touch of a feather, the light from the screen, the sound of my voice. All of that is what's called a stimulus, and each one of these things kicks off a little chemical reaction at a nerve ending. And that reaction, that's what creates the real star of our show, an electrical impulse. It's this amazing moment where a real-world physical event gets translated into the language of your nervous system. All right, so we've got our electrical impulse, now what? Well, it needs a highway to travel on, right? And that highway is the neuron. It's one of the most specialized and honestly most important cells in your entire body. So let's take a look at how this whole thing works.
Yeah, you can really think of the neuron as the ultimate biological wire. It's a messenger, and it's got one very specific job: to carry these electrical impulses from point A to point B. And we have billions of these things, all forming this incredibly intricate network, our nervous tissue that connects absolutely everything, from your brain all the way down to your fingertips. Okay, so we've got the message, that's the electrical impulse, and we've got the messenger, the neuron. But a neuron isn't just, a simple tube. It's got different parts. So where exactly is the inbox? Where do these signals actually arrive? Well, the whole journey kicks off at the very edge of the neuron on something called a dendritic tip. The best way to picture these dendrites is like tiny branch-like antennas. They're just constantly listening, waiting for signals from other neurons or from the outside world. This is basically the receiving dock for all incoming info. And what's so cool about this is that it's a super strict one-way street for information. Once that signal gets picked up by the dendrite, it's not just going to wander around aimlessly. Nope, it travels straight to the neuron's cell body. You can think of that as the command center. From there, it gets sent racing down this long cable called the axon. It is a direct, nonstop, high-speed trip all the way to its destination. Okay, so our little electrical impulse has just zoomed down the axon and it's reached the end of the line.